The standard deviation is a value that can tell us how spread out a group of numbers are in relation to the mean value. And generally, the larger a standard deviation value is, the more spread out numbers will be. And we can see how this works with two basic examples here of a group of 6 numbers. Now the first thing we would want to do is to work out the average of both sets of numbers. Well, we've done that in advance. The average for both these groups of numbers is the number 20, found simply by adding the numbers all together and dividing by 6. And once we have our mean average value, we can then look to work out the standard deviation. And this is the standard deviation formula that we can use. In the formula, the place we have there for our mean average value, n is the amount of values and numbers we have. And for example 1, we will have x1 up to x6. We can label them accordingly. x1 to x6. And if we proceed with our first example, we get the following. So we can see we have our x1 value minus the mean squared plus x2 value minus the mean squared, again adding on and so on up to x6 minus the mean squared, and this is all over 6, the total number of numbers that we have. And carrying out these calculations a bit further, we get the following, and this gives us the square root of 16 over 6, and to 2 decimal places this value is 1.63. Now, the 6 numbers in example 2 is a different list, but with the same average. So let's use the same approach with the standard deviation formula and see what we get. Again, we have our x1 value minus the mean squared, and so on, adding together up to x6 all over 6 inside the square root. And calculated a bit further, this is what we have, and this gives us the square root of 454 over 6, and to 2 decimal places this gives us a value of 8.70. So what we can see is 2 lists of 6 numbers, both with the same mean average, but these numbers are very close together around their mean of 20, hence a low value for the standard deviation of 1.63. Whereas in example 2, the mean is 20, but the numbers are a lot more spread out, going as high as 36 and as low as 10. Hence the same formula gives us a higher value for the standard deviation of 8.70. So this is a basic run through of how we can work out the standard deviation and why its value can vary in different sets of numbers even though the mean value can be the same.